I am so excited. There is finally a wireless smart video doorbell that works with HomeKit Secure Video. Let's check it out. Welcome everybody. Welcome to AppleInsider. It is Andrew here. I have been testing the brand new Aqara G4 smart video doorbell. That is the first, the only video doorbell that supports HomeKit Secure Video that does not have to be hardwired in. All of the others, such as the Wemo one from Belkin, the Logitech Circle View, they need to be hardwired in. The Aqara G4 is the only one that will support HSV while being completely battery powered. So let's go ahead, tell you how it works, how to set it up, and what I like and don't like about it. I've been using the Aqara G4 for a few months now. I installed it in January and here we are at the end of March. Installation was super easy. You basically have the doorbell, you can screw the plates onto the wall, you could also use an adhesive if you prefer to go that route. It runs off of 6 batteries that are installed right there in the back. Very common, easy to install these batteries, not something weird like a coin cell battery or anything like that. Aqara says you should get about a 4-month lifespan on the doorbell before this battery has to be replaced. As I said, it's been about 3 months or so for me, 2 to 3 months for me in my installation, and I have not had to replace the batteries yet, and it still says I have about 3/4 of my battery remaining, which I consider really good. I might be able to exceed that 4-month time span that Aqara had promised. On the front, you'll see the actual sensor itself. It's a good sensor, works with night vision, and it's also a 16:9 ratio and captures video in 1080p. It doesn't have that kind of square ratio that others do, like the Logitech, so you can't see as much lower down, like a package that's placed on your doorstep. You wouldn't be able to see that, but for different purposes, for me, I'm using this on the back of my house. It actually works really great because I don't have packages, and it gives me that wider field of view. The bottom has this large, big button that's really easy to identify as a Chime button, so you can press that to ring the Chime, the doorbell itself. That brings me to the big second part of the Aqara G4 video doorbell, and that's the Chime. The Chime is actually a separate box that you install inside of your house. This is basically the hub. It looks like a chime, it acts as the chime, but it's essentially the hub. So your doorbell is actually talking to this. So you must have the Chime plugged in to use the Aqara G4 Smart Video Doorbell. With this installed, you can also use it for local storage because there's a micro SD card slot on it, so you can use that for local storage of your videos. Aqara also offers a 7-day period of free cloud recording if you want to use that instead of iCloud. The Chime is powered over USB-C. I just mounted mine under the kitchen cabinets. So I just took it, I plugged it into a USB-C port, routed that cable up, out of the way, barely even noticeable, and it hides there. You also, importantly, don't have to use the audio from that Chime. For me, I don't want to use that Chime. I use my HomePods, my Apple TV, and my alerts I'm getting on my iPhone and Apple Watch rather than this dedicated Chime that I'm putting inside of the kitchen. So if you don't want to use that audio, you can turn it off inside of the Aqara app and everything else will still work just fine, and that'll just act as the hub. Thanks to HomeKit Secure Video, anytime motion is detected, it can be recorded and processed locally on your Apple TV or your other home hubs and saved securely encrypted inside of iCloud. Everything is processed locally for AI, like facial recognition, using your Photos library so it can detect who is actually approaching your doorbell before you even have seen it. It can tell you who is there, which works very well. Aqara also offers its own AI facial recognition that you can do through its own app, but again, I'm using iCloud primarily, so I didn't get into that all that much. Your recording preferences can be customized inside of the Home app. For example, you can choose to only record when people or animals are detected, or maybe people and vehicles are detected. It's up to you when you want to trigger recording, or just any motion is detected. After that, you can control options for when you are home versus away. Simply when you're home, you want to be able to stream, but you don't want to record. When you're away, you want to record. This is a doorbell, so it's outside the house. So for me, I want to record all the time. So if somebody's approaching the doorbell and I'm still home, I want to know that. So all of those things will be recorded, at least in my case. And you can control privacy permissions for others in your household. You can choose to completely block them from viewing that camera. They can view the live stream, or they can view recordings. It is all under your control. For me, the Aqara Video Doorbell only has a couple minor issues. First up, there seem to be compatibility issues between the Aqara app and the Home app. When I tried to filter my recordings by certain things, like maybe only record when there was people, I ended up with no recordings inside of the Home app. I had to actually turn that off because it wasn't getting recognized properly with the Aqara app. Something funky was going on. So for me, I had to enable all motion to be able to actually capture those recordings. In my situation, that wasn't a big deal, and I didn't mind, but I can see that being annoying if you have a lot of errant motion going on, animals or other stuff, or trees getting in the way. Fortunately, you can still use activity zones to filter down exactly what is being captured before those alerts are triggered. The bigger thing is that Apple still has more to do with HomeKit Secure Video. For example, you can use motion from the doorbell to trigger automations. Maybe you see motion and your porch lights turn on. The problem is, I would really prefer if I could only turn on the porch lights when a car or a person is detected. If there's a cat walking across my porch, I don't need my porch lights to come on. But unfortunately, it's all or nothing with those automations. It's either any motion is detected and then your automation is triggered. Apple really needs to make that more granular so you can trigger those automations based on what your camera is seeing. The fact of the matter is, this is the only battery-powered doorbell that works with HomeKit Secure Video, and that's a big deal. It's also incredibly affordable. This thing is coming to market at $129, and for at least the next couple days, there is a discount on it. They did provide a promo code to a bunch of media outlets, so that promo code is down below in the description, so you can save even more on this video doorbell if you are interested. But I'm very excited by it. This is such a huge deal to have a video-powered or a battery-powered doorbell that works with HSV. This is phenomenal. There's a lot of stuff to love here. All this tight integration with your Apple products, your Apple TV, your HomePods, all of it working seamlessly together. Let me know what you guys think. Check the description down below and the links pinned in the comments. Let me know your thoughts in the comments or on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. Otherwise, stay tuned. I have a lot more videos coming your way.